Okay, let's talk again. Bullying is where I started. How to unlock a bully. It's self-loathing. That's all bullying is self-loathing, and we're projecting. We project self-loathing onto other people because that's what we feel. So when they project on other people and they're being bullies and stuff, that's just how they feel about themselves. Stopping them is acknowledging that they feel that. Stopping a bully is acknowledging that's how they feel about themselves. Because we're all a reflection of self. And how you feel about yourself is what you project out in the world. And what you get back. Hate. That's all you project, is hate of self. When you're insecure, when you feel these feelings, something like insecure, it means a lot. There's a lot going on there, right? And there's a lot going on there. Insecurities. Where is it coming from? How does it get there? And we project these insecurities onto other people because that's how we feel. Because that's what we feel we deserve. Unworthy. What do? Pause this. Let's get back to bullying. It's self-loathing, and they're projecting self-loathing. So express that. How would you express that to him? Dude, all emotions are expression of self, and this is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. You don't fucking have to feel that way, man. You don't have to fucking feel that way. There's another way. Anybody that's feeling bad about themselves, there's another way. I'm doing that. You get to understand your feelings. You get to think about that feeling and go in and understand it completely. Why you're feeling that way. Whether it's really good or it's not very good. When you're feeling really crappy about yourself. That's how we project onto ourselves. And people can get pretty self-loathing. Pretty self-destructive. How do you get someone out of there? Really, how do you do that? Is understanding that everybody is a reflection of self. When you see somebody that you've known for a while, you project onto each other. That's how energy works. That's how our feelings works. Our feelings are inner child is our soul. And this is how it works. Everybody you meet, it's all energy, good or bad. But you have a choice. Now, we're at this point where you have a choice. You can turn that shit inward and figure out what's going on. You can sit there, and once you quiet your mind, you can explore those feelings and understand them and heal those places one at a time. And then all of a sudden, you're not just using a you know, you got a big roller. You're just fucking healing shit left, right, and center. I mean, once you get going, you don't want to stop because it feels better. It feels so good now that I had to realize this. This is a moment here when you realize that without going through all that, I may have not really discovered who I truly am. Without those experiences, it would not have pushed me to the point of going, there's got to be something else. I know there's something else. It just can't be this way. And I went in and I had a really significant conversation with the universe about this. And they said, hey man, I'll tell you what, you do what we say. You follow our lead. And we'll show you how to heal through that. And then you can share that. It's going to be really hard to heal. But when you heal and people see what you went through, all that crap, when they see what you went through, they're going to say, hey, give me some of that. Because the alternative, what I'm saying to you right now, my words, my truth, is as bad as it was, and as much as I wanted to tap out at so many times, I never did because I didn't want to be a statistic. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that with my family, my kids. As horrible as I would feel, I would not ever want to do that with my kids. And I healed through all this stuff. I said, there's got to be something. There's got to be another way. This sucks. Life just fucking sucks. Why are we doing this? What's this all about? Where are we going? It's all going down. That can't be it. Not this. Not like this. No. It can't be. And I just went in. The universe says, do what we say. Follow our lead. And we'll change your fucking life. There's your choice. You can tap out anytime you want. Okay? And you'll stay there. Until you decide to move up. Because you're realizing that the more you move up, the better it gets. The deeper you feel. And the deeper you feel, the deeper you explore, and you're exploring these things about yourself that you totally forgot existed. And then you realize it's all programming. Everything's programming. Everything is programming. Exactly what we learn, exactly how we learn it, exactly why we learn it. And they change the game all the time. As soon as we take a step forward, they take 2 steps back. Or push us 2 steps back. We got really close a couple of times, I think. And now the universe is going, no, we're done. We're stepping in. We're waking people up. Good morning. Yeah. So how are we going to do this? We're going to start making people look. We heal. We go in, we heal. And that makes people look at themselves. You trigger people when you do that. That's why they don't like you when you go healing. Because it makes them take a look at themselves. It makes them take a look at themselves, and they can't do it. They can't do it. They don't have the strength to do it. So they drag your ass down. They put their hooks in you and they hold you there for pure desperation because they're so fucking weak. They can't dig themselves out. They don't have the desire to dig themselves out. You guys are cowards. God hates cowards. I had to post this. Just for fun. That's exactly how I feel. Take it or leave it. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I've healed enough not to need to give a shit. My stand on humanity, authenticity, unconditional love, it says it all. It's right there. I'm changing my world. What are you going to do with yours? It's up to you. You got a choice. You can do this. Sooner or later, you're going to do this. You're going to see it. Sooner or later, you're going to do it. Because it's going to catch on. There's a reason it's going to catch on. When you go in and do this. You get into consciousness and it's just amazing. When you heal that deep. You can walk and you can feel everybody's energy independently. You can feel other people's energies independently. When you're so clear and balanced. Healed. You feel, you just feel the energy. And then you start realizing what's yours and what's theirs. And the best way to ward off that energy is to raise yours. And what really is the grasp is we subconsciously, when we start healing, that's our train of thought. That's the train of thought. Because that's the train of thought. Because that's the train of thought. Because of what? Shit, I just lost my train of thought. Damn it. See? Words are spells. I said, don't lose your train of thought. And I lost it. See, you can create just with your words in your energy. When your energy is really high frequency. You realize that you can write it. You realize you can write that. And with just your words, when you get to this really high energy, because the only way to get there is to find your humanity. And when you find your humanity, you're going to keep it. Because where we were and where we're going are completely different. Where I was 2.5 years ago, where I am today, completely different. I was waiting. I was just waiting. The shit I went through. From a child, from your parents, siblings, family in general. Every authority figure you ever come across. They hate your light. They fucking hate it. Because it's a reflection of self and they project onto you. Those are the heroes that came down here, signed up for that, to help change humanity, to take that abuse and then heal through it. Us empaths. and the readers that help navigate us from source, the tarot readers and stuff, they help navigate. I'm not going to lie. You have to learn your discernment. You got to learn your truth. You can't be guided. You got to learn your truth. Be careful where you get your information when you do this stuff. Because there's just as much dark out there as there is light, if not more. Because they try to overwhelm us to keep us down. And they've been doing it a long time. Okay, now it's time to shine a little light, which means going in, do your healing. You know how to do this. We've talked about this a lot. Going in and quieting your mind. Learn how to do that. And you're going to start your journey. Because when you quiet your mind, random thoughts don't come in anymore. You start taking control of your ego. And these random obsessive thoughts and programming that you've been realizing you're coming across. You know, the I wish I shoulda coulda stuff. All those things that your mind drifts to. And it just friggin' messes your day up. I mean, it's just, I hate that shit. I don't do that anymore. I fully understand. I understand my feelings. And that is such a cool thing to say. A healed person understands their feelings. They don't go, oh my goodness, how come I keep feeling this way or feel that way about this or that and blah, why am I so angry about this? And oh my goodness, I have such regret over this and blah, blah, blah. I mean, oh my goodness. Enough. Come on. Enough. Go in, heal. I was there. I drowned it. I couldn't get from A to B without digging into every single thing I was for the needs of my kids and stuff, like, you know, just like to suck it up and to go to the store because the energy was so heavy. It made you feel like you were being crushed. It was that kind of emotional pain. You couldn't even get out the door, but you did because you know you had to do it because who else had, yeah, you know, you gotta. And it was hard. I want to tell you this, it was hard. Fighting yourself, not wanting to go out. Fighting yourself, not wanting to go out. Talking yourself into it and then talking yourself out of it. And then having to talk yourself back into it again. I mean, man, it was hard. It was hard. It was really, really hard. I know what those feelings are like. It was really, really hard to navigate these things, to understand why you felt that way, why you reflected so much. It was programming because that was what I was experiencing from my world, was that kind of stuff. Now those chosen that come here, these empaths, and they heal that stuff. We chose to go through the worst things to heal humanity. We had to break. We had to break. Like we had to get out. We had to climb out of that box. We had to snap the latch on it and get out of that box. It was so much pressure. You can sink or swim. You know who the strong ones are. Because they did it. They went through all that shit. And I salute you. That's an amazing job. Those that are healing and those that have healed. Those that paved the way for me. People that helped me, guided me. Thank you. I owe you so much. I owe you so much. And if I ever get the opportunity, I'm going to reward you for it. Because I don't know where I'd be without some of the people that I had looked towards to help understand who I was. Making me look inside to find myself. Not telling me who I was, but making me search for it inside. That's how some of this light was being placed into me. I have no other way to explain the conversation, the understanding of the path I took. I don't know all the details yet, but I do know that those that this resonates with are going to start to understand. We chose this so we could change this. But we had to get to that point, that pivotal point where we had our awakening. And there we go. Boom. We chose, like I've said in my video, you're given a choice. Slap it across the face and say, wake up or die. That's kind of how I felt it. It was just that way. That was the exchange of information I got. And I had my awakening, Kundalini, spontaneous awakening, and it was crazy what you feel when you go through that shit. Oh my God. Where to start? The emotions, the energy when you wake up, you can almost see it. You learn, if you get to this high frequency, you can project it out. I remember the first time I projected, my son was with me, and we're kind of tapping into this thing, and he's not far behind me, right? Good for him. I've seen him go through a lot, and he's had a tough life too. And he's like following me because I'm healing at that level, and he is stepping into that, seeing the benefit, and he's doing that. And then everybody in my life, they're going to start seeing this, and that's their choice to step in. Because if anybody know who I was before, I'm a completely different individual. I'm myself. This is who I was. This is me as an adult version of my inner child. That's who I am now. The adult version of my inner child. That's who I am now. Healed. Smarter and stronger than that little child. And so much wiser. To be able to protect. To become the person you needed to be. Because that was not what you got when you got here. You chose to wake up. You chose to go through this much to wake up and start healing and start showing other people how to heal. That's something. That's really something. Thank you. I know it's hard as hell, but you did it. You're doing it. And then now people are going to choose to do the same thing. So keep shining. Keep that high energy frequency going. You got this. We've got this. We can do this. Keep going. I'm proud of you. All of you. Love light. Let's get some peace. Let's bring in humanity. You've got this. We've got this. Cool. Drink your water.